Hi, I'm Zach Sate. I will be speaking to you on different management and business topics which can be very helpful for your business. Today, I'm speaking on the 80-20 principle, also called the Pareto principle. I'm sure most of you are aware and acquainted with the 80-20 principle. What the 80-20 principle basically says is that the critical few, the 20%, contributes tremendously highly to the results. 20% of your customers give 80% of the business. 20% of your products give 80% of the revenue. 20% of the markets give 80% of the sale, so on and so forth. Now, there is no fixed numbers. It's not always going to be 80-20. It could be 70-30. It could be 60-40. It could be 90-10. But the fact remains, the principle remains that it's not 50-50. It's not half and half. It's not that every item in your list carries equal weight in terms of result. So the critical few always outperform the others and give you more results. So the organizations that are able to bring awareness to themselves that of the existence of this kind of a principle are able to utilize and maximize their productivity. As far as I'm concerned, I also call this the principle of being aware. Why? Now, why do I call this the principle of being aware? Just imagine if in your organization you're able to analyze and identify which are the factors that are in the 20% and which are the factors that are in the 80%, because the converse is also true. 80% of your effort is only giving you 20% of the result. So why would you want to do that? You would want to focus on the 20% that's giving you the 80%. Now, you would do two things. One, you would analyze which are these factors, which are these items which are the super producers, the 20%, and what are the factors that are making it so. And you would try to increase the super performers. Now, once you're aware of this, once you are able to identify and analyze and aware of this, then you would take the products or the markets or the factors in the 80% and the underperformers, and then you would try to analyze them and pass on the factors which are helping the other products become super performers, the 20%. Now, in my experience, we've had a couple of cases where, for example, let's speak about a perfume company. Now, when they did this kind of an analysis, it turned out that about 25%, 28% of the products were contributing about 70-80% of the total sale. So they tried to maximize their efforts on the 20% products, and then later on they also tried to study the 80%. It turned out that in the 80% products, there were some good products which were liked by the customers but were not performing because of bad packaging, etc. So the logical step would be to go through the 80% and see what can come. So the point here, the big secret of increasing your productivity is to analyze, identify what are the factors that are the 20%, bring more factors from the 80% of the underperformers into the high performing range, and then get it. Thank you.